Hey, I'm Patrick Stegall. I'm a criminal defense lawyer. Part of my practice involves representing juveniles charged with crimes. If your son or daughter is in this situation, give me a call and let's talk about their case. You may have received a summons from juvenile court. This happens usually in misdemeanor type of cases where your son or daughter is released by the police, is not taken to jail, but is detained and charged and then let go. Maybe they call you, the parent, to come get them, and basically you hear from the court later on. You get a summons in the mail that says, come to court on this day at this time. So if you are in that situation, give me a call. The summons means you go to court on that day and with your attorney and work out the case. It may not all get worked out on that day, but that's sort of the start of the process. You see this in usually misdemeanor type cases like shoplifting or casual or simple drug possession. And in the juvenile system, when you handle these types of cases, they can usually be worked out where it doesn't go on your child's record, and that really is the goal. It really depends on the case on how it's going to get worked out, but there may be options like probation or house arrest, community service, something like that. The goal is to keep it off your son or daughter's record. In the juvenile system, they don't convict children like they do in the adult system. They don't find the child guilty if it's one of these types of charges. The juvenile system is about rehabilitation and giving second chances. The adult system is too, but in the juvenile system, if it's a first-time offender, if it's a child, then the court wants to ensure that this doesn't happen again, of course, and they don't convict children. Usually they call it a finding of delinquency. So if your child is found delinquent, that is sort of like a finding of guilt, but they don't call it guilt. But it allows the court to give you and your child a chance to keep it off their record. Another type of case you might see in the juvenile system are more serious charges. These are like gun charges, more serious felonies. And in this case, your child probably would get arrested. And if your child has been arrested and may still be in jail while you're watching this, you should call me right away. This means that your child is going to be in jail until you and your attorney go before the judge and ask for bail to be set. And that's up to the judge. The judge may or may not do that, okay? So if the judge doesn't set bail, that means your son or daughter stays in jail until the case either goes to trial or is settled somehow. Again, these are in more serious felony type of cases like gun possession. The court takes gun charges with children very, very seriously. Okay. Other types of felonies, robberies, sex crimes. So the first step would be to try to get a bail set, try to get your child released, and then work the case out from there. Now, very serious charges might mean that your child is facing transfer to adult court. And again, it could be a gun charge or a sex crime, homicide, okay? These are some of the most serious charges, and in those cases, the government, the prosecutor, may file a motion to transfer your child to adult court to be tried as an adult. And that means if you're being tried as an adult, then you face that kind of punishment, which could be prison time, okay? Many years of prison or that kind of a sentence. So those are the most serious cases, and if the government is seeking to try your child as an adult, you have to fight that. And the first step would be to have a hearing in the juvenile court to determine should this child be treated as an adult or should it stay in juvenile court. And if you're successful on that and you keep it in juvenile court, then you handle it from there. But if you're unsuccessful, it gets transferred, it gets bound over, and then you start over in the adult system. So those are for the most serious charges, and those have to be handled right away, thoroughly, to make sure that your child has all of his or her rights ensured. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. Again, I'm Patrick Stegall, and thanks for watching.